Welcome to the Daily Boogie.
This made news during the week. Mr. Sinclair. Sinclair's boss responds to criticism. You cannot be serious! You cannot be serious! That ball was out! Sorry, whenever I say you can't be serious, I just think John McEnroe. You cannot be serious! I hope he was wearing a headband at the time, just to set it off. David D. Smith, the chairman of Sinclair Broadcast Group, says the media is getting his company all wrong. His remark in a lengthy email exchange with the New York Times came in response to renewed scrutiny of Sinclair after a video spread rapidly showing anchors at dozens of its stations across the country reciting the same speech about media bias. Mr. Smith defended the anchors' segments known as, quote, must-runs, and likened them to a late-night talk show that networks air on their local affiliates. Not that you would print it. This is a quote from Mr. Smith. Not that you would print it, but you do understand that every local TV station is required to must-run from its network their content, and they don't own me, he wrote on Tuesday. That would be all their news programming and other shows such as Late Night Talk, which is just late-night political so-called comedy. In Sinclair mandated segments, the anchors warned that some media outlets published fake stories. They also said they were concerned about troubling trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country. Look, I was surprised by both camps on this one. One, that I was surprised that anybody would be shocked at that this would happen. We've known this about media for a long time. Part of the reason why media in the Western world is so terrible right now is because basically everybody sources either AP or Reuters and just rewords the press releases. That's it. Like journalists now, a lot of them are just glorified PR. Like they're not good enough to work in PR to write the press release. So they get the press release from the company or from the politician and just reword it a little bit. They don't question anything. They don't inject any insight or anything into it. They can't collect like a galaxy of facts and line them all up in a row. That doesn't happen anymore. They check the wires. Something comes across the wires from like AP or Reuters, 3 or 4 paragraphs, and they basically copy it word for word and then throw it in the paper. They've been doing that for years. That's why, part of, again, the free press is like the internet. You may not like that bloggers or people on internet radio or podcasts or people doing YouTube videos, you may not like their opinions, but that is free press. That's what it means. It doesn't mean 3 or 4 established, quote-unquote, unquestionable news sources that you must not criticize. And everything else is fake and wrong and illegitimate. That's not what free press is. Free press is basically anybody being able to print something and put it out for public consumption, whether you like it or not, whether it's factual or not. That's the other thing. It's a sad truth, but it's a truth nonetheless. So I was surprised that people were shocked at this, but then I was even more surprised when members within the liberal mainstream press, your CNNs, your MSNBCs, thought they would score points off it. And they were like, they're coming out going, oh, look at this. And they tied it to Trump. And they said, look at this. Sinclair, they're reading stuff about, they've got pre-prepared statements about bias and fake news. This proves that Donald Trump is trying to destroy the free press like our Fred Villiers here. My jaw hit the floor. It's like, you know, from the Times to the Post to CNN to MSNBC, like they aren't all in lockstep, talking about the exact same things from the exact same angles. I thought it was unbelievable. Further proof that the Republicans are trying to manipulate the press. Right? Check this. Look at this. This is what you can do. This at home. This is a fun game. Throw in Trump inauguration speech dark into Google. Donald Trump inauguration speech dark, dangerous, and dystopian. That's from the Sydney Morning Herald, known left-wing paper here. In his dark America First inaugural speech, Washington Post. USA Today, Trump's short, dark, and defiant inaugural address. Stuff.co.nz, Donald Trump inauguration speech, dark, dangerous, and dystopian. Vanity Fair, Trump's dark, raw inauguration speech. The Guardian, American carnage, Donald Trump's vision casts a shadow. Donald Trump's dark inauguration address. QZ.com, Trump inauguration, a dark, threatening first speech as president. The New Yorker, Donald Trump's dark inauguration. Vox, Trump's rhetoric only works when it's dark and scary. Shall I keep going? Let's see if it stops on page 2. Vox.com, the New York Mag, Trump's dark, weird inauguration campaign speech. The Atlantic, America First, Trump inaugural address speech analysis. And the word was unusually dark and political. Haaretz.com, Trump's dark and disturbing inaugural address. The Independent.co.uk, Trump's inauguration speech was similar to Bane in Batman. WGBH.org, Trump's inauguration speech painted a dark, bleak picture. Washington Times, Trump Lincoln inaugural speech is dark, militant. New Republic, Trump's inauguration speech echoes not Washington, also had an illusion but an unusual one. Bane is perhaps the political villain, and on it goes. So, and you know, if you don't have a goldfish memory, look at this, like, what a shock that mainstream media has people all reading from a script and saying the same thing. This is against the free press. All those sources, all those ones that were saying the exact same thing, basically in the exact same wording, that must be the free press. Why? Because I'm a liberal and I hate Donald Trump. That's the free press. The other guys are the fascists. Got it. I'm going to write it down on the palm of my hand, just so next time I pick up a newspaper, I'm going to put like all the free press sources on one side, CNN, Washington Post, New York Times, MSNBC. I'll put them down as free press and underneath must not criticize. And then on the other side, I'll put down all the bigoted, hateful, fascist ones and then say criticize away, it's fake news. Gotcha. So, you know, please. It's not that bad. It reminded me of a video I saw a few years ago. This video was done in 2012, I think. Again, like, shocking. What a development. People reading scripts in the news. I mean, it's never happened before, right?
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
Well, a child's happiness is priceless, right? Especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday. A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on their birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially when it comes to...
I mean, this script reading in the media, this just started with Sinclair like 2 weeks ago. Before that, they were as pure as a driven snow. Butter wouldn't melt in their mouth. The milk in the coffee mugs on their desks came from the teats of angels.
Their birthdays.
Absolutely. A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
Well, a child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's smile is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness
This
is
one's for
priceless,
you, Millie, says
especially
Kimmy.
on a birthday.
You know, a child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness
Happy birthday,
is
Billy.
priceless, especially on a birthday.
Child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a
birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday. You like that?
In consumer news, economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year. Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
You can tell the really talented ones when they do a little bit of improv, right? So the general sort of pleb version is economic spending might take some of the spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year. But then see some of them change it up and they're like, economic spending might take some of the spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year. It's like, oh, there's talent. We can identify talent. There's one right there. Either that, or they'll just be red flagged as like independent thought. Like, you never to work in the industry again. Who said you could put the accent on some? Didn't you read the script? There was no quotation marks around some. Independent thought alert. Off to the internet blog gulags you go to work with the Russian bots, my friend. You're not welcome here at the Free Press.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some of the spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year. Economic factors may...
James says she got written up for insubordination. General Eaton says their dissenters must be eliminated.
Take the spring out of the step of the Easter Bunny this year.
Mike Myers says, yeah, baby.
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 I love that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's now working in he's now working at a bouncer as a bouncer at a strip club, this guy. Where is he?
Baby.
Mike Myers says, yeah, 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 baby. Mike Myers says, yeah, baby.
Mike Myers says, yeah, baby. Did I say that right?
Yeah, say it right.
Yeah, baby.
Talk show host Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night television.
Conan O'Brien may be able to push the envelope on late night television.
Just keeps going.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late.
Remember, all this just started 2 weeks ago. Before that, it was the Free Press, and nobody ever read from a script. And before that, democracy was not dying in darkness, ladies and gentlemen.
Television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night
Look at all this. Look at all this free press happening
about
here.
to push the envelope on
Don't you love the
late
free
night
press?
television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night TV.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night
Right,
television.
Sandy, thanks for joining us.
O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the
envelope once again on late night TV.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night television.
Conan O'Brien is looking to push the envelope on late night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night TV.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late night television.
Conan O'Brien may be preparing to push the late night envelope.
And welcome back to the show. I scream, you scream. You know the rest.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream. You know the rest. Well, I scream, you scream. You know the rest. I scream, you scream. Well, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream. Well, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, well, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream. We all know the rest.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, well, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream. You know the rest.
I scream, you scream. We all know the rest of it, right? I scream, you scream. Well, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream. You know the rest. I scream, you.
They've got to be embarrassed. No, because they're each in their own little local universe and none of them touch each other. Like these little universes of news, none of them like overlap before the internet, really, before YouTube destroyed the quote-unquote free press, as Philly likes to call it. Before that happened, nobody knew. Everybody just existed in their own little ecosystem, their own little bubble. Completely unaware that there was levels above that existed. Now everybody knows. But remember, you know, suggesting things are fake news for all saying the exact same thing, well, that's evil and, you know, that's destroying the free press, basically.
Scream, and you know the rest. I scream, you scream. You know the rest. I scream, you scream.
Yeah,
well,
I know what you mean.
You know the rest.
Well, I scream, you scream. Well, I think you know the rest.
I think you know the rest.
Scream, you scream. You know the rest.
Can somebody please tell us the rest? I'll give $100 to anybody who's got the balls to tell us the rest of the line. You know the rest, you know the rest, you know the rest, you know the rest. Surely one of them has to follow through and complete the sentence.
I scream, you scream, and everybody knows the rest.
I scream, you scream. Well, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream. You know the rest. I scream, you scream, and you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest.
I don't find that funny. I find it scary.